The WWE Universe thought they had seen everything, but Monday Night Raw just delivered the most brutal betrayal in recent memory, and if you think you know why Liv Morgan viciously attacked Raquel Rodriguez, you're about to have your mind completely blown. What happened backstage before this attack will make you furious at WWE management, and the real reason behind Liv's actions is so twisted that it's going to change everything you thought you knew about both superstars. Raquel Rodriguez was standing in that ring, basking in what she thought was her moment of triumph, completely oblivious to the storm that was about to destroy her world. The crowd was electric, the atmosphere was perfect, and then bam, out of absolutely nowhere, Liv Morgan's music hit like a lightning strike. But here's what's eating me alive about this whole situation: WWE knew this was coming, they planned this attack, and they deliberately kept it from Raquel until the very last second. You want to know the sickening truth? Sources backstage are telling me that Liv Morgan has been plotting this return for months, and the target was always going to be Raquel Rodriguez. This wasn't some spontaneous moment of rage or a simple rivalry rekindling, this was calculated, methodical, and absolutely ruthless. The way Liv's eyes burned with pure hatred as she marched down that ramp tells a story that goes way deeper than any championship or petty jealousy. Let me paint you the picture of what really went down, because the cameras didn't catch everything, and what they missed will make your blood boil. Raquel was cutting a promo about her recent victories, talking about how she's finally found her place in WWE, how she's overcome all the obstacles, and how nobody can stop her momentum. The irony is so thick you could cut it with a knife, because at that exact moment, her biggest nightmare was already lurking behind the curtain, ready to shatter every dream she had built. When Liv's music exploded through the arena speakers, you could see Raquel's face transform from confidence to confusion to absolute terror in a matter of seconds. She knew something was wrong, she could feel it in her bones, but she had no idea just how wrong things were about to get. Liv Morgan didn't just walk to that ring, she stalked her prey like a predator who had been starving for months, finally spotting the perfect meal. The attack itself was so vicious, so personal, that it sent shockwaves through the entire WWE roster. This wasn't your typical wrestling beatdown where someone gets laid out with a finisher and the crowd goes home happy. No, this was a statement written in blood and brutality. Liv didn't just want to hurt Raquel, she wanted to destroy everything Raquel represents, everything she's worked for, and everything she believes about herself. But here's where this story gets absolutely insane, and why you need to pay attention to every single word I'm about to tell you. The real reason Liv Morgan targeted Raquel Rodriguez has nothing to do with championships, nothing to do with screen time, and nothing to do with any of the surface-level nonsense that wrestling fans usually argue about. This goes back to a betrayal so deep, so personal, that it's been eating away at Liv Morgan's soul for almost 2 years. Remember when Raquel Rodriguez first came to the main roster? Remember how she was struggling to find her identity, how she was being pushed around by other superstars, how she looked lost and confused about her place in WWE? Well, guess who was there for her during those dark times? Guess who offered her friendship, guidance, and support when nobody else would give her the time of day? That's right, Liv Morgan was the one person who believed in Raquel when she didn't even believe in herself. The two of them formed what everyone thought was a genuine friendship. They trained together, they hung out outside of work, they supported each other through the ups and downs of WWE life. Liv Morgan saw something special in Raquel Rodriguez and decided to take her under her wing, sharing secrets about the business, introducing her to important people, and basically becoming the big sister that Raquel never had. Fast forward to several months ago, when Liv Morgan was dealing with her own career struggles. She had been written off television, she was battling injuries, and there were rumors that WWE was considering releasing her from her contract. During this vulnerable time, when Liv needed her friends the most, she reached out to Raquel for support. She needed someone to vouch for her with management, someone to remind everyone of her value to the company. And this is where the story takes such a disgusting turn that it's going to make you sick to your stomach. Not only did Raquel Rodriguez refuse to help Liv Morgan during her time of need, but she actively worked against her behind the scenes. Sources are telling me that Raquel went to WWE officials and suggested that Liv's spot on the roster should be given to someone else, specifically, that it should be given to her. Think about the level of betrayal we're talking about here. Liv Morgan lifted Raquel up when she was nothing, gave her the confidence to succeed, shared her own opportunities, and treated her like family. And how did Raquel repay that kindness? By literally trying to steal Liv's job while she was down and out. It's the kind of backstabbing that would make even the most hardened wrestling veterans feel disgusted. But wait, because it gets even worse. While Liv Morgan was fighting for her career, dealing with injuries, and trying to prove her worth to WWE management, Raquel Rodriguez was out there taking credit for her own success, acting like she had achieved everything on her own merit. In interviews, she would talk about her hard work, her dedication, and her natural talent, never once mentioning the person who had helped her every step of the way. The final straw came when Raquel Rodriguez got the opportunities that should have gone to Liv Morgan. Championship matches, main event spots, storylines that were originally planned for Liv, all of it went to the woman who had betrayed her trust in the most disgusting way possible. And through it all, Raquel had the audacity to act like they were still friends, like nothing had changed between them. So when Liv Morgan finally made her return to WWE, when she finally got cleared to compete again, there was only one thing on her mind: making Raquel Rodriguez pay for what she had done. The attack we witnessed wasn't just about sending a message to one person, it was about showing the entire WWE universe that actions have consequences, that betrayal comes with a price, and that Liv Morgan is not someone you want to cross. The way Liv systematically dismantled Raquel in that ring was like watching a masterclass in revenge. Every punch, every kick, every slam against the turnbuckle was calculated to inflict maximum damage both physically and psychologically. Liv wasn't just beating up her former friend, she was exorcising years of pain, frustration, and anger that had been building up inside her like a pressure cooker ready to explode. What makes this whole situation even more tragic is that it didn't have to happen this way. If Raquel Rodriguez had just shown basic human decency, if she had remembered the person who helped her when she needed it most, none of this violence would have been necessary. But greed, ambition, and selfishness turned a beautiful friendship into one of the most bitter rivalries in WWE today. The aftermath of this attack is going to send shockwaves through the entire women's division. Other superstars are already choosing sides, picking teams, and preparing for the war that's about to consume Monday Night Raw. Some are supporting Raquel, claiming that Liv's attack was unprovoked and excessive. Others are backing Liv, saying that Raquel had it coming and deserved everything she got. But here's what's really going to blow your mind about this whole situation: WWE management is absolutely loving every second of this drama. They're not trying to separate these two women or cool down the situation. Instead, they're pouring gasoline on the fire, booking matches and segments designed to escalate the conflict even further. They know that this level of real emotion, this genuine hatred between two former friends, is exactly the kind of content that creates must-see television. The question now is how far both women are willing to go to settle this score. Liv Morgan has already proven that she's willing to cross lines that most people wouldn't even consider approaching. The look in her eyes during that attack wasn't the look of a performer playing a character, it was the look of someone who has been pushed beyond their breaking point and is ready to do whatever it takes to get justice. Raquel Rodriguez, for her part, is going to have to deal with the consequences of her actions. She can't hide behind excuses or public relations spin anymore. The WWE Universe has seen her true colors, and they're not pretty. The woman who presented herself as honorable, hardworking, and deserving of success has been exposed as someone willing to step on her friends to climb the ladder of success. This rivalry is going to define both women's careers moving forward. Every match they have against each other is going to be personal, intense, and potentially dangerous. These aren't two performers working together to entertain the audience, these are two people who genuinely despise each other and want to cause real harm. It's the kind of authentic animosity that you can't fake, can't script, and can't manufacture in a writer's room. The most disturbing part of this entire story is how it reflects the darker side of the wrestling business. Behind all the glitz and glamour, behind all the entertainment and spectacle, there are real people dealing with real emotions, real betrayals, and real consequences. What happened between Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez is a reminder that professional wrestling, at its core, is still a cutthroat business where friendships can be destroyed by ambition and loyalty can be sacrificed for opportunity. As we move forward, every appearance by either woman is going to be must-see television. Every promo, every match, every backstage segment is going to be charged with genuine emotion and real stakes. The WWE Universe is going to witness something special and potentially terrifying as these two former friends try to destroy each other's careers and possibly their lives. The return of Liv Morgan and her brutal attack on Raquel Rodriguez isn't just another wrestling storyline, it's a real-life drama playing out in front of millions of people, with genuine consequences that will affect both women for years to come. And if you think this story is over, if you think the worst has already happened, then you haven't been paying attention. This is just the beginning of what's going to be the most personal, most intense, and most devastating rivalry in recent WWE history. So buckle up, WWE Universe, because Liv Morgan is back, she's angrier than ever, and she's not going to stop until Raquel Rodriguez pays for every single betrayal, every stolen opportunity, and every moment of pain she caused during her darkest hours. This is revenge at its most pure, most justified, and most terrifying form.